Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn here from Destiny Fulfilled. I hope you are doing well today. The card that I've drawn today for the collective is the King of Wands, which, I'm Aries, so I love wands. Although I must say I have really strong Virgo in my natal chart, so, that's tempered with some other attributes, I guess. Anyway, so the King of Wands for me is all about being strong and determined. He doesn't let fear or doubt get in his way. He's action orientated and he's forward moving. He's also a visionary and could very well, this is the entrepreneur of the tarot deck, right? So a lot of King of Wands are entrepreneurs. They have their own business. They're very action orientated. They're very fearless and are willing to take action on the inspirations that they get. They don't let fear or doubt stand in their way. They truly are fearless. This card also is Leo. There is a lion in the background, and the King of Wands is representative of Leo. And for me, that's all about strength. That's all about, standing firm in your way of being, having full confidence in your capabilities and in the dreams that you have. You're willing to do whatever it takes to get to where you want to go and do the things that you want to do. That doesn't mean that you're walking over people. It doesn't mean that you're doing things in spite of other people. It just means that you belong. You believe in yourself enough that you follow your dreams through to fruition. I was having a conversation with my daughter-in-law and my son a few weeks ago, and it was all about how letting fear stand in your way, and having to really consciously mindfully overcome that, right? And my son was just like, what are you talking about? If I want to do something, I just do it, and I said, yeah, you do, because you're fearless. You don't have that within you. He truly embodies the King of Wands. If he sees an opportunity and it's in alignment with what he's trying to achieve, he'll go for it. There's no doubt in his mind that he'll be able to do what it is that he wants to do. But for a lot of us, that's not the case, right? For a lot of us, we let fear stand in our way. We let doubt get its hooks into us and stop us from moving forward. It takes a lot of personal power to actually work through that. If you realize that that's what's happening, right, and you're not acting on automatic pilot, it takes a lot of energy for a lot of us to actually push through that fear, push through that doubt, so that we can actually take action on stuff that we feel is really important for us, and that could be any area of our life, right? But for a lot of us, we let fear stand in our way. We let fear dictate what we can and what we can't do. It gives us, we let it, that fear give us rules that we put around ourselves that, we think are there to protect us, when in fact, what they're actually doing is making us live a smaller life, making us live a life that we have regrets for later on in life, and I think that's the greatest sadness of all, is that, you get to a certain point in your life and you realize, there is so much more I could have done if only I'd had the courage to actually do that, right? So very positive card, one that reminds us to stand in our strength, one that reminds us to, take action on those inspirations, take action on those dreams that we have, even if it's only in a small way. So some questions you might want to ask yourself, and I'm just checking the notes that I took during my meditation this morning, is, do you let fear or doubt stop you from doing something that you would like to do? You know, do you do that? Is that a behavior that you actually see within yourself? And if the answer is yes, then why? Why is that so? And keep digging with this question, right? So when you answer that, ask why again. Answer that and then ask why again, and keep going until you really get to the root of why it is that you let fear stop you, fear and doubt stop you from doing things that you would really like to do. The next question is, what does it feel like in your body when you're standing in your strength? What does it feel like? Like, what are the actual feelings that you have inside of your body? How do you feel? What's your spine like? What does your stomach feels like? What does your heart feel like? You know, try and describe that as fully as you possibly can so that you can get to know that feeling of strength. You know, for me, when I stand in my strength, my shoulders are back, my chest is up, you know, I'm standing in my power. You know, my legs are usually, you know, slightly apart. It's quite a strong stance that I have when I'm standing in my power, and I don't embody that as often as what I would like, right? The next question would be, what dreams do you have that you would like to take action on? What dreams do you have that you've had for a long time and have never done anything about it, but it's always there bubbling around in the back of your mind? What dreams or goals do you have that you can take one action today? One small, tiny thing that you can do today that will start that journey. And then tomorrow, ask yourself the same question. What's one more thing that I can do today to bring that goal, that dream, that wish, that you know, that thing that I really want, to bring it to life? And then the next day, what's one more thing that I can do today to help bring that to life? And they don't have to be ginormous steps, right? They can be tiny little things so that you start to chip away at that doubt and that fear, and you can prove to yourself in action that what you're doing is not frightening. It's not going to end the world. You're going to survive the process. Everything's going to be fine. You're going to be successful. You're not, you know, other people aren't necessarily going to bag you, and if they do, who cares, right? It's their problem, not your problem. You know, if it's I have this saying or a mantra that I have that I say every day, and that is that, you know, everybody is responsible for their own soul's journey. You know, if people want to hate and hurt others, then they are responsible for their own soul's journey, not me. You know, so if you do come across people that are, you know, of a lower vibration and, you know, treat you or say things to you when you're doing something that you're dreaming of doing, that you've dreamt of doing for a long time, and that hurts your heart, recognize that that's their issue, not your issue. You keep doing what you're doing. You keep taking those little action steps every day, and you'll find before too much longer, if you do that for a week, that's 7 actions that you've taken and that you will actually see a progress at that point in time, you know, and let that embody you, or you know, encourage you to take, you know, more action the following week. You know, really, and it could be little tiny things, right? You know, your dream might be to travel the world. So your first action step might be to go to the travel agent and pick up a book, pick up a brochure of places that you think you might want to see. The next day might be that you're actually going to read through and start to narrow down the areas that you might want to go to. The next step might be that you want to start to visualize that you're on a plane flying to one of those destinations. You know, simple little action steps that are bringing you closer and closer and closer to that dream. It doesn't have to be big, huge, insurmountable steps that you feel that you just can't do. Anyway, I think just want to check. Yep, that's all the questions that I had. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope that you are standing in your strength today. I hope that you are taking action towards something that you dearly, dearly love to do. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.